Good morning yet again. So this morning I'm having a bit of a glutton for punishment. Having had a long walk yesterday, I've decided to have another one today. I'm up probably no more than half an hour or so after dawn, and we've been and had our flu jabs at the Malmesbury Boots Pharmacy. So what I'm going to do is a partially new walk close to the Foss Way. So this is what I'm planning to do. Whoops. The present Mrs. Little dropped me here, so I'm walking down this path here, and then I'm going to go across. I'm following the Thames River Avon, and I'm going to go along to here to Brokenborough. I'm going to go up this path and cross the Foss Way that I filmed on my bike the other day, and then I'm going to go across the fields towards Shipton Moyne, and then from Shipton Moyne I'm going to be down here. I'm going to go up here and across the fields, Escort Park, and back to Tetbury along that way. That's the route I'm going to take, if my strength holds up. So I'm in a farmyard at the moment, so I'm walking down here. Looks like some nice houses. Let's see what the walk brings. Just seen a lady going out. Looks as if she's about to go out on her horse, and I said, well, what a horrible place to live. And she saw the funny side of it and said, well, yes, but I do tend to live next to a highway. There's so many people walking out here, which is, I suppose, a downside for her, but a plus side for the walkers, because it's beautiful. My first new field. I'm assuming I'm following the path. Well, I'm already hopelessly lost. I think maybe the landowner has disguised the footpath in some way. Maybe not. Maybe I just got myself lost. I can hear the river down behind these trees, so I think this is the right way to go. We shall see. Well, I have been trudging through this field here, and the footpath is really not clearly marked. I don't know whether I'm on it or not. Hopefully I'll join up with it again in a bit. One of the things I talk to people about is the way that these huge stones, you can see how big the stone is, they just appear like convection here. A lot of our buildings are made of stone, but there's still plenty of stone left. It finds its way to the surface. It does look like some efforts have been made to disguise where this footpath is supposed to go. And the only result of that is people come out here and they get totally lost, which doesn't help the landowner either. Anyway, it looks like I'm about to step over a tiny tributary that goes down to the River Avon. Very tiny. And let's see if I'm on the right path now. At this point, I don't know whether I'm supposed to go through the trees or up this path here. Very confusing. Couple of GGs with their coats on. I'm going to say I'm going to go this way. But who knows? Definitely not as well signposted as Gloucestershire footpaths. Looks like we got to go up through here. I really don't have a clue where I am, even though I'm just a few miles from home. Well, I do now seem to be on some kind of established path. The mud on my boots is weighing me down. Let's see where this leads. May need to call out the emergency support. Now coming out on the road from Brokenborough up to the Foss Way. So I've sort of... Crows are making a bit of a noise this morning. What a racket. Just coming up now to the junction with the Foss Way, which I rode along on the bicycle the other day, and then eventually fell off. I think I've got to go up here. Back on track at last. Believe it or not, I started here, I went down here, got completely lost around here, went up here, and I'm right now here. So I've got to go across this, and I may need to call in the support vehicle at some point. We'll see. So I'm going to go over this stile, and looks like we've got some electric fencing I've got to dodge underneath. You want to put every possible obstacle in your way, from removing the signs earlier. Then I've just come across the most slippery of stiles. I could have easily slipped off, and then the electric fence comes into play. Thank you, Wiltshire. You're doing well to encourage us to overcome these obstacles. The offending piece of equipment here. Thank you very much. Maybe I ought to hear it ticking. Another couple of stiles. Interesting. Oh, we're back in Gloucestershire again, are we? That would explain it. We're in the woods, which isn't a bad thing. Managed to scrape a bit of mud off my boots. Oh well. I'm not even a quarter of the way back round yet, I don't think. I see another little sign. Oh, that's pretty easy. Over the stile and through the gate. Over there. That gentleman is walking towards. Decided to follow a little bit of asphalt, and it says this is a permissive footpath. So let's see if it really is. This guy has very kindly told me that I can walk. I can't walk up ahead of here, and the permissive footpath now I see is indicated on this white pole. I've got to go and through some horse paddocks and stuff. So Anyway, let's see. All very exciting. Just come up through these paddocks, and now there's a gap in the hedge here with a stile. I'm going to go over there and turn left, I believe, which will take me towards Shipton Moyne, and then I turn right up across the fields to Escort Park. I think I've been on this little bit before. I'm rejoining a stretch of a walk that I did back in the spring. I always turn this on too late. Bit of a kerfuffle going on with some birds. Some gorgeous properties down here. I think I've got to go up here. I think I have. As you can see, this area is all about horses. So yet another stile. Actually, before I go over that stile, I think I'm going to go and have a look at that tree down there. This tree has an absolutely massive trunk. I imagine it must be very, very old. It's an oak tree. Incredible. Massive. Absolutely incredible. Right, we're on the last leg. Well, sort of. Maybe I'm just over halfway round. Just following this path. Barely visible. Across to Escort Park. I think it's been about 2 hours, possibly nearly 3 since I started this walk. I'm still trudging across fields. Fortunately, the fields are in a little bit better condition than the ones I was in earlier. Plain aloft now. Actually, I just checked. My first post was at 8 AM and it's now 20 past 10. I have probably another half an hour at least to walk before I meet my support vehicle, perhaps at the old station cafe in Tetbury. So here we are now in Escort Park, and the law of England says I can walk through here and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Should they try, I will do like Extinction Rebellion does and glue myself to the asphalt. Wonder what she's listening to. Lovely place this. Just going out now into the open parkland, and you may be able to see in the distance the spire of Tetbury Church. I'll see if I can zoom in later. The spire, I think, is going to disappear down beneath the trees ahead. where I've got to cut through in a minute. So I've got to go over this random stile in the middle of another electric fence. At least I'm protected from it this time. And then follow the white post down to the Little River Avon. Yes, I have to say that the Gloucestershire footpath signage is rather better than Wiltshire. And you can see another white post down there, look, ahead of us. So, again, in the distance you can see another white post by the little spinney or copse or woodland or forest or whatever your use of the English language. And looks like we've got a stile. But down here is where the River Avon, the Tetbury Avon that is, begins to gather into a brook. So we've got to scramble across here. And there's the river. One of the first little bridges over the river, but not the first. Don't really want to fall in here. Just rebooted the phone because it seems to be behaving oddly when I'm panning to the right. Still is. Oh well. Maybe time for a new phone. Other than a short little bit of asphalt, this walk has been virtually all off-road through the fields and etc. Uneven ground, good for strengthening the ankles. All I would say is the first part of the walk from Twatley Cottages in Malmesbury. Yes, you did hear me right. I said Malmesbury. It was rather more difficult and left a lot to intuition to find your way around. Ever since we passed over the Foss Way into Gloucestershire, it's been somewhat easier. But now for coffee and cake, perhaps. Still more obstacles to traverse. Oh, God. I'm getting a little bit tired of all this. Anyway, can't be too much further. Oh, there's the church. God, how many more of these? It's mad. It says A, so perhaps this is a past Z or Z, and this is the last one. Oh, God. I'm sure this is either helping or killing my hips. This is just about it, he confidently predicts. Mrs. Little will have arrived at the coffee place and will probably be wondering where I am. But I got delayed by a lady and her dog. It's always polite to speak to ladies. And pat their dogs. Right, the end of the walk. Well, I'll have the coffee and then I've got to walk home. I might have already started massively aching by that point. But my wife is arriving without the support vehicle, so I'll have to just get on with it. Well, here she is, waiting for me, and the coffee place is closed. So, huge disappointment. I am absolutely shattered. What are you going to do for me?
Nothing, I can't do anything for you. Yeah. You've had it. You're going to have to walk home and I'll put the kettle on. All right?
I'm going to sit down for a minute.
Okay.
Well, I can honestly say I'm absolutely knackered. 13,000 steps, 5.3 miles, I think.
And you didn't even please me with a cup of coffee and a sauce of cake.
No, I didn't. But there we are. Oh, Beverly's just picked up a mask off our drive. How disgusting is that?